Blue star Duncan James has confessed this weekend that he is bisexual. In an interview to the News of the World, he revealed, "I've been in loving relationships with men as well as women, and I'm not ashamed. But even though I fancy men, I still fancy women too. Now, in my early 30s, I know who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. I don't want to hide anymore." Now, obviously, it was a pretty brave thing for him to do. He has all our best wishes. But would you still be able to date your man if he confessed to having had feelings or a fancy for men?
Yeah, I think, yes, I could, and I have. But I think the mistake would be to ever think you could change them, perhaps, which if they were veering towards one or the other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's, I'm always a bit suspicious of bisexuality, but that's my personal opinion. I'd just like to tell a small story. I had a very good friend years ago who wasn't sure what he was. And it was in the 60s, and we did all sorts of things then. Probably what everybody's still doing, but and I said to him, "Oh, you'll be fine, come on, I'll give you one." He was my best friend. So we did, and almost immediately he knew exactly what he was and was gay.
Oh, you helped him out.
One night with me was enough.
You see, I'm very confused.
Why?
Oh, Jane, you're fine. You're
Oh,
not
you're
gay.
not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't mean I am personally, but do you remember in the old days it used to be, "Are you married?" And
If
now
you met a
it's,
man.
yeah, if you met a man, it was like, and now it's, you know, what team do you back for, really, isn't it? It's a bit out there. I think, oh gosh, it's a really difficult one for me, is that one, because...
What if Ed turned round to you and said, "Actually, when I was younger, I did go out with boys"?
Well, oh, flipping heck. I don't know, because he was a bit of a gay icon in Liquid Gold in the early days, you know. I met him in a gay club. I mean, I worked in a gay club, and that's where I met him, so that's a bit of a worry, actually. In fact, love... Is there anything you want to sort of tell me before I get home?
Would it make a difference? Would it make a difference?
I think if someone had said to me up front... did I just say that? Yeah, if somebody had said to me, "Look, I want to have a relationship with you, but I also like men as well," I would back off, because it's bad enough keeping a man with women around, never mind men as well, isn't it, really? So I think I would not choose to go into that relationship, but if I didn't know, then I think the less said, least mended, really.
Yeah.
It wouldn't bother me, actually.
Wouldn't it?
No, I don't think so. I did used to go out with someone who admitted that he'd had a gay experience earlier in his life, and actually I found it quite sexy. Did you? Did you? Yeah, I did.
Did you want to know more about it?
Yeah, I wanted him to talk me through it. I mean, word for word, honestly.
Really?
Seriously.
There's people having the lunch out there.
I'm not going into detail, but...
Would that be more threatening, do you think, than him saying, "Oh, I went out with this amazing girl, I found magic"? Would you like him to talk you through that? Would you find that less threatening to the idea that he was perhaps had an eye for other relationships outside yours?
I don't know. What, can you repeat the question?
Have a drink.
I'm a bit like Jane. I think actually it's more to do with being sexually liberal in a lot of cases. You know, I do think some people just, you know, fancy a bit of something else now and again. You know, and if that floats your boat, then that's fine. Yeah.
I think I'm a bit like Jane. I think if you're sort of in a relationship with somebody and you find out something from their past, that's one thing. But if somebody was... If I was dating someone, when I was going out with David before we got married, he'd said that he was attracted to men, I wouldn't have married him. I think just because to me, that's not who I thought he was. No,
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So
yes, he doesn't know who he is.
You know, my best friend's gay. I've got loads of gay friends, but I wouldn't marry them. Clearly they wouldn't want to marry me. So it would just be no.
I'd marry my gay friends. Because then you know exactly where you stand, don't you?
Exactly.
Yes. Well, you know who's doing the dusting, don't you?
Well, that's me.
Your mother.
Yeah, my mother.
Still your mother.